Well, after... Oh God, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. After... just telling my never-ending story and, that resulting in me just... aching with loss for someone who's still here and still in my life, but just like... just aching with loss and just like understanding and then like I mean, I'm just like, hold the door, 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 hold the door. 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 Just hold the door. I don't want to do this. Oh God, it's so hard. I don't want to do this. It's so hard. I don't want to do this. It's so hard. I don't want to do this. But I am doing this. And I've never not been doing this. And I've never not been aware that I'm doing this. And I've never not been doing this. And I am doing this. And I am. But I'm trying to figure out what to do. And there's like decisions that need to be made. And they are coming so fast. So fast. And I'm just so fucking traumatized. I'm just so fucking traumatized by it. Like it just never stops being just bright as fucking day. It just never stops being, it just never stops being like so real, and so fresh that it just happened, that I just woke up from it, that I just went through it. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Hold the door. Oh God, I'm just so, oh God, I'm just so, oh God, oh, I just did it. I just didn't want to hurt her. 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 And before I didn't want to hurt her, I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt him. The two most precious things that I ever had in my hands. Just, no. No. But everyone gets hurt by knowing me. It's inescapable. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I told him. It doesn't matter that I told him that I never wanted to be the reason that he felt the way I felt. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I warn people. It doesn't matter that I keep secrets. It doesn't matter that I be on my best behavior. It doesn't matter that I just let it all hang out and like just be honest. It doesn't matter. But it hurts me. Oh my God. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I didn't even know. I didn't even know him. 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 I knew him through her only. And I don't even know if the long old crush that I happened across in my real life is even any relation, and it like didn't even occur to me until after he was gone, and I was like, I wish I was there with her. Oh my God, I wish I was there with her. I should be there with her. Oh my God, if my life was not falling apart in my hands, I would be running at breakneck speed to her right now. Right now. No. No, I don't. Oh God, I don't. Oh my God. She isn't the only one who had a suicide pact with a boyfriend. And she isn't the only one that ever wondered, like, where did he go? What was that last text? Why do I feel like he's in the woods without me? Why do I feel like he's going to the woods? Why do I feel like he's going to the woods without me? God, oh my God, no one should ever feel like that. No one should ever have any fight or any good time with their boyfriend. And then just get this like little like clue. Just get this little clue that like something is so wrong. Something is so wrong that you have to cling to him like his life depends on it. And I don't even know. I told Donnie, no, I told him don't take antidepressants. I told him that he won't come back from it. I told him that he won't come back from it. He'll be someone new, and I'll love him, but he won't come back from it. But he did, and it wasn't, he wouldn't let me go. He wouldn't let me go. He wouldn't let me go in the way that someone just looks at you and is like, sweetie, are you okay? You know, I don't know. I just go out, and I'm like, I'm so scared. I am so scared, and I have every reason to be scared because this day could be my last, and not even because of me. Yes, I have dealt all my life with wanting to die by my own hand, but not even because of me, just because it could be my last day. And there have just been so many last days. There have just been so many of those last days where it's just, well, hey, everyone's jumping ship. And I just go out, 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 and I just stand there. I just stand there, 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 I just stand there and I watch, and I just stand there and I watch, and I just stand there and I watch, and I just watch people, and I just watch people, and I just stand there and I watch people, and I'm not, like, I'm not an approachable character, really. I'm not an approachable character, really. Like, if you saw me back when I was doing this, I'm not an approachable character at all. And, like, I also, like, don't, like, look at all like I need, like, anyone's help, you know? Like, I don't look like a lost little kid, but, like, people consistently just, like, they're like, hey, I don't know why I'm doing this, because I don't talk to people. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this, and I'm, like, so scared. I'm just so scared. I'm just so scared. But I have to ask you if you're okay. Like, I have to, or someone just comes up to me and they're just like, hey, and we're just like, well, friends for a minute, and it's just like this, like, breath of fresh air, you know, like passing some kind of test that you don't know you're taking, and it's just, and it's just happened so many times, and there's just been, like, so many times, so, like, I know that there's a look, that people have, and I've seen that look in Donnie's eyes, and it's like more light than could or should be possible. It's like they're burning out bright. It's like they're burning out bright. And I just fought hard to keep my boyfriend, who was also my abuser, here on Earth alive, and I did it. And I know how to do it. And God, I was really drawn to Maddie. Oh God, I'm just so not good with, like, other names. I was just really drawn to him. And, I mean, like, I'm, you know, like, I don't know about this, because, like, I'm protecting this angel here, so, like, let's look at you a little bit, you know. But, like, hardly that, because I really, at that point, didn't even understand what an internet friendship could be. I didn't even understand that you could, like, have a connection to someone, just by talking to them online, or, you know, like, I just didn't understand that, like, at all. And so, I did not have that protective eye. I just saw her light up. I just saw her light up, and it was just like full volume. It was just full volume. Like, it was like the faintest whisper, and it was just full volume. She was like, I am here. I am here. And she was the queen. She was the queen. I inadvertently became best friends with the queen, and I never wanted to look too close at him, because I was, like, really, really drawn to him, and I was, like, really, really concerned about why I was so drawn to him, because like minds and that kind of stuff, and then I don't, you know, like, I have this, like, notion that, like, by my observing it, the cancer gets worse, so I was just like, okay, well, all I need to do is, like, keep a little bit of contact with him, and, like, let him know that he's not alone, like, in being with her, which, like, I fully understand, because being with her is like being with me, or was at that point, and, that, like, God. I don't know. There were, like, times that I really could have, like, snapped my fingers and, like, been at her doorstep. And, I didn't do that because I was, like, really uncomfortable, with Sean meeting her and me meeting Maddie. Because I was just like, Sean is, like, so fucking jealous of her, like, just being someone that I follow on the internet. Like, Sean is just, like, so bent out of shape about her being my friend that it drove a wedge between us. And experiencing that with him, I was like, that really might mean that, like, Maddie is just fucking the first. He's the first, he's special, but he's, like, bullshit. He's a man, and, like, he's gonna go for me, and I'm gonna have to fucking, like, deal with that. And that's not even, like, that's just because, okay, that's just because, why would I think that? Why would I think that? That sounds, you know, like, oh, who am I? Like, well, I am a person who, had a boyfriend, a very special boyfriend, my very first boyfriend, who I was just speaking about, who, would threaten to run into the woods and blow his brains out, a lot, and would disappear, often, and, would then come back, like, he had never said anything, and it was just, like, a nightmare. It was just such a fucking nightmare. And it was like, well, like, it makes sense, because, like, of course I'm living with that, because, like, that's what it's like living with me. Like, I'm, like, oh my god, like, I'm always, like, hold the door, you know? Like, I'm just, like, on my way out. I'm on my way out, and, like, anybody who, like, really gets to know me, like, really, like, starts to understand, like, how hard I go. I go hard. So, this other girl who went hard, who was, like a, there, I'm, like, like a poor man's version of me, and a meth addict, and, that's who my virgin boyfriend, love of my life, soulmate, running into the woods, we'll die together, left me by sleeping with Jessica. And, so I know all too well that, like, a man in the room with a crazy girl and the love of his life will fall for the crazy girl's, like, bait. I'm not even sure. Like, it's so weird, because it's like, Jessica and I were cool, obviously, because, like, I have, like, no jealousy issues with my boyfriend, like, whatsoever, and she and I were like, yay, like, we get to be besties, like, we get to have a girlfriend, this is so fun, and, you know, like, we knew each other for, like, a minute, and just, like, an afternoon with her, it's, like, she's, like, just, like, oh my god, just loves me, just, like, really loves me, and, like, I'm, like, borderline personality disorder diagnosed girls, like, fall in love with me, like, at the drop of a hat. Like, at the drop of a hat. Okay? So, I'm used to this. I'm used to people falling all over themselves to be with me, and it's, like, nothing new, but I just, like, didn't want to run into her arms and, like, have that make him question whether one of us was the real deal and one of us was faking, like, and not faking, not, like, I don't even know how to fucking describe it. Like, it's just, you know that level in Space Channel 5? Where we're just playing one of these things is not like the other, and the love interest of the story is captive and being forced to perform under the control of a puppet master, and they all look alike, but one of them does a different move in the lineup of, like, you know, boy bandism. And the thing of it is like, when anything comes up to me and anyone, like, has the opportunity to go, one of these things is not like the other, one of these things just doesn't belong, something becomes obvious that was not obvious before somebody saw that person standing next to me. I don't know, like, and like, the thing with the falling in love is that it's when it happens, it's like I didn't know what I wasn't. So I know more who I am, that I know you, Mindy. And, like, there's just, I mean, I just have, it's just, like, how, you know, like, obviously Jessica had, like, the energy of a meth addict, because she did meth, which, like, dude, I grew up where, like, everybody does meth, and, I have the energy of a meth addict because I have the energy of a meth addict. Like, just always did, always have. I will never shut up. I'm the most annoying person that you will ever meet in your life. I am so certain of it that I will tell you when we meet, because at some point you're going to have to, like, tell me to go away. And like, you're going to have to, like, say go away, like, really clearly. And, you know, like, she didn't, like, really put herself online very much. I mean, just compared to how I'm like, hey, my life is an open book, welcome to today, and it's hell, and it's heaven, and, like, what I'm doing now, she's never done that. She's never done that at all. And, it was still just, like, really, really clear that, like, this girl is the realest deal. Like, we were just, like, and she and I were, like, twin souls, and, like, we acknowledged that, and, it was, like, such this best friend experience that I was really afraid to, run to her when I needed help. or even meet her, because meeting her meant meeting her boyfriend, and I didn't want to be the reason that she lost her boyfriend. I mean, wasn't even, oh god, girls just fucking hate me. Girls just fucking hate me. Girls just fucking hate me. Like, my friends are my friend until the boy they like doesn't like them, but likes me, which, like, of course they do. Who doesn't like me? And then they're just, like, bent the fuck out of shape, and, like, our friendship is ruined. And it was, like, you know, I lost my best friend, like, I don't know. I don't even know that I ever really had my best friend, because, like, I really didn't know her very long before she, like, went to the dark side with drugs and alcohol and sex and, you know, that fast girl thing that my mom was always like, you can't be friends with the fast girls, I don't want you to be a fast girl. And I'm like, I'm not anybody except me, and, like, I don't, like, it doesn't matter that everyone is having sex around me. I'm still gonna be like, cool for you, I'm a virgin and proud of it, fucking virgins forever, you know, like, I was just so afraid. I was just so afraid of losing the only friend that I had. I had Sean, of course. I had Sean, and he was my best friend, my lover, my roommate, my caretaker, like, like, my everything, my all, and I, like, never needed anything until I was just, like, trying to see if there was, like, a good hair dye I could use. And, like, found, like, my best friend, twin soul, on the internet, like, just so close to me, and, like, it just fucking, like, it's just, I don't, man, like, I didn't want for it to happen, but, like, when Sean was just like, I'm fucking tired, and I don't actually want to, like, do this girly shit with you, like, at this moment, then yeah, I spent the rest of my day, like, I was like, my bestie was there in spirit, and, like, yes, he had to live with me going, oh my god, Lexi this, oh my god, Lexi that, oh my god, Lexi. Because, like, Lexi would be fun to be with, whereas Sean was like, I want to fucking leave. I was hungry, and I wasn't, like, I'm not hungry now, so it, like, doesn't matter. I can't fucking eat anything, because he has, like, serious eating disorders, and, like, and just, like, he would just, like, bottom out, and I'm just like, well, I'm bottomed out and unable to, like, function and do anything enjoyable, like, most of the time. So, like, my depression, I guess, like, expresses all of its, like, lazy, do nothing, like, I hate everything, like, whatever, like, that, like, gets done, when I actually am not physically able to do anything. So when I'm, like, able to, like, at first, like, I mean, for a long time, I was like, if I can fucking walk, I'm walking into that thrift store. Like, every thrift store experience was, like, just like, what? I mean, it was like the whole world just was like, oh, I heard Mindy was coming today. Here, Mindy, I heard that you want to have an online store selling used goods to your perfect design aesthetic of being a fashion designer yourself. And it was just like, what? So, like, the other thing that happened, which was problematic, is that I would leave the house, like, once a month, and spend money, like, once a month, but it was, like, a lot of money, and we, like, got a lot of stuff, because it wasn't just, you know, like, it was, like, everything that we needed, and then, like, everything that we didn't need, except that I am, like, forever living for this dream that I'm going to have a store and sell things, you know, which, like, became, like, really, really, like, nothing you can grasp, but a dream and a plan with the internet to have an Etsy. And so then, you know, like, Sean also had to be, like, my business partner, which was also something that was, like, this would be better if it was Lexi, you know, and, like, I never went, like, this would be better if you were Lexi or anything. Like, I just, you know, I sincerely, like, fully believed that, like, I was going to get better enough that, like, Lexi and I and Sean and Maddie, like, that we could all, like, go out and, like, have one of those days where it's like, oh, I heard Mindy was coming, time for fun, you know, and, like, just, like, be ourselves, and that, like, Sean would undoubtedly, like, have a friend in Maddie, and, they would, you know, go off and do their thing, and, like, not, you know, ever get overwhelmed by the fact that Lexi and I just are boundless balls of energy and excitement. Like, I mean, that, you know, there's a dark side of that, and my dark side is, like, really, really dark. And the other thing is that, like, even though she and I are, like, besties, like, fun, good times, like, it wasn't until after everyone just already knew that Lexi had a dark side, that Lexi revealed her dark side. So, whereas I was always like, I can't wait to go visit Lexi and just, like, fucking mall goth, like, stomp the world with her, you know, like, and this is, like, I had never, like, ever, like, seen Lexi anywhere, like, near my, you know, Hot Topic, trip, pants, goth, punk, fucking badass shit, you know, like, nowhere near it, but I, like, fully knew that it existed. Just, like, I just know shit, and I just know shit, and I just don't know, I just know shit, but, yeah, so, like, where I was like, oh, you got a secret, little one. You are just as cutie spook as I am. And, like, that was, you know, secret from the rest of the world for a really long time. She kept the secret of her, like, dark mental illness that identically matched my own as well. And, I never wanted to hear that. I never wanted to hear that me too. Never wanted to hear that me too. I don't know. It's, like, so hard because, like, few things have broken my heart in this way. And the way that I experience this is the anguish I saw come over a guy who loved me the first time he saw my scars. And it just fucking devastated him. Like, just fucking devastated him. And I think it made him, you know, doubt me. Because at any point, at any time of day, in any condition, in any mood, if he had said, will you be mine? I would have said yes forever. But he had a sister with mental illness, and I have an attitude problem, so I don't know. Like, I think he thought he knew me better than he did. Because very few people actually get to know me. Like, back when I was walking the earth, like, very few people know, like, fucking jack about Mindy Lee. So, that was, like, really hard. And I, like, experienced that from both sides of it. And, she just, like, I hate to say it, because Sean is the one there every day in the trenches, and he's the one who, when I'm like, Sean, I really just don't think we should try. I really just don't think we should try. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to put you through that, but I don't want to go through this either. My body is it just isn't. It just won't. It's just broken. Like, I just think that we should eat what we want. I just think that we should do what we want and enjoy the time we have, please. And he would just talk me off of that ledge of, like, giving up on getting better. Which is, like, God, like, I mean, you can be suicidal and, like, I'm gonna cut myself and bleed to death and, like, it's gonna be beautiful. And there's, like, suicide where I'm just going to not take care of my body and, like, burn out having a good time, like, fully aware of what I'm doing, and fully aware that if I did take care of my body can be, like, really awesome and sustain my life and my dreams, you know. Because Sean and I just, like, had, like, no doubt whatsoever that I was gonna get better, and he and I were going to, like, resume having sex, and, like, I wasn't gonna be bedridden, you know, like, it was, like, just, like, absolute, like, just this absolute certainty. Like, we didn't question it, except, like, my period, rocks my fucking world. The diagnoses are premenstrual dysphoric disorder and endometriosis. Like, it's a hormonal imbalance, and it's, like, worse than child having pregnancy, crazy brain, like, just for, you know, a week. And the thing is that, like, he was, like, my reason for, you know, being, but she was the reason that I didn't lose myself in him and just let myself be his. I don't know how to describe it, like, just let me exist for him. Just to watch him. Just to love him. Like, she was the reason that there was, like, hope for me to I don't know, man. I don't know, like, it's so confusing because, like, I, like, being older, did a lot of road paving for her, and it's, like, even so, like, she's just, like, I just look over and there she is, like, no matter what I do, I'm like, if I have an idea, I write it down, I search for it online, and then I start to work making it if I could not find it online after an exhaustive search. And, like, it was just, like, what? Like, seriously? Like, just this thing that was just, like, and Sean and I were just, like, well, if I don't know, like, what I'm in the mood for, then we can just, like, see what Lexi's in the mood for. And, you know, like, it was just, like, this, like, orientation of me, because it was this reflection of me, but, like, I don't mean that in the way that either one of us is a false reality or, like, a false idol or anything. Like, she absolutely is just right in step with me. I mean, I'd write it down, I'd work on it. I'm, like, really disabled. She's not really disabled, and she's, like, young and just, like, lives in her parents' house with, you know, this, like, very happy environment in which creation is possible for her. And I don't. So, like, it was like, I mean, it was frustrating. Like, it was frustrating, but, like, also just, like, it was just, like, fucking go, girl. You fucking get it, man. Like, I wish I was there, because I have such an eye for DIY creation, and such this, like, perfectionist way that I wish I was there, because everything that she did would have been, like, that, just better for us all to, like, see if I was just, like, there behind the scenes, you know? But, she and I were just, like, well, like, neither of us is a copycat, like, unless she's, you know, like, anonymous style, like, watching everything I do and listening to every conversation I have with Sean and reading my diary, you know, like, it was just, like, I'm eating what I wanted to eat today, I have the best boyfriend ever, online, oh look, there's Lexi, she's eating the same thing I'm eating, we have the best boyfriend ever, you know, and it's like my projects are unfinished, because that perfectionism is a barrier for me, but also just the physical fucking shit is a barrier. And so hers are not. Like, her ideas, like, I mean, there's like, God, there's like barely anything that she, like, ever did that I wasn't, like, crossing something off of a list I had. And it was just, like, so fun. It was so fun. It was like, I mean, it could be maddening, except that, like, I love this person, like, with my all. Like, she's my sister. And, you know, and, I just celebrate her, and I'm just happy to celebrate her, you know, like, there's no, like, competitiveness. Like, there's, you know, like, I mean, I've definitely been like, oh, I don't know why I'm even doing this, because Lexi's gonna beat me to it. You know, like, and, like, Sean definitely has experienced that frustration where, not just Lexi, though, like, I'm just ahead of the trend, you know, I'm just ahead of the trend all my life, so, like, Sean has just, like, done nothing but, like, watch me be like, oh, guess what, remember that thing I said? Yeah, now that, yeah, and, so that's, you know, that's just how it is, that's just how it is, and I think that with Lexi, it was, like, the first time that I was, like, not bitter about it, you know, like, I was, like, I, like, fully know that this is an authentic individual. I fully fucking know that this is an authentic individual. That she is absolutely, like, the real deal, the realest fucking deal. Like, dude. So, you know, when I, when I contact... when I contacted her copycat, I was like, so I get it, you know, if you're, like, on the same wavelength as us, but the thing is, like, I just don't think you are, you know? Like, I think that you are taking an opportunity to, take advantage of, my friend here, and I'm just, like, giving you the benefit of the doubt, like, please talk to me. Please talk to me about what that's like, because, like, I fully understand what it's like for, like, me to be doing a thing and there to be a thing, like, on, like, the big stage where it's the exact same thing and people are like, okay. Well, obviously the girl who's, like, not famous, like, is just doing the famous thing, right? And it's never that situation for me. So, like, I was like, I feel for you. Like, so fucking sincerely, I gave her a chance. And she decided not to stop me from putting her on blast. So, yeah. It's not, like, what you like and how you dress and the things that you watch and, like, which My Little Pony you identify with, or, you know, the colors that you wear, or that you like the same fashion, or anything. It's not anything superficial that, like, makes you who you are. You get to express who you are and be who you are using the things from all of that. But you can also just, like, take your own road, make your own stuff, and, like, that was where I was just like Lexi and I together. I really began to be like, I don't know that, like, reality, like, the reality matrix that contains what this is as I know it to be, as I sit here heralding the evolution of human consciousness, like, can contain, like, both of us in the same room, you know? Like, I was like, I'm not sure that's going to be allowed to happen. Like, that's, like, because she's a force, and I'm a force, and we're pointed in the same direction, so... I mean, it was just, like, it was just gonna be so much fun, and it was just something that I really looked forward to, and, it's something that isn't. Like, it isn't, and it wasn't because I fucking didn't, because I did this. Because I had, one of those experiences where I am in a breathless, timeless space, and it's, like, uncomfortable getting there and uncomfortable getting back, but, like, there, it's just, like, not difficult, and it's just very, 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 just very visually, I walked up a staircase, and it was, like, this, just stairs. I mean, just line work of stairs, just a staircase. I just walked up a staircase and opened the door, and I was looking at Maddie. And I was like, what are you doing here? Like, let me through. And he was like, no, I'm coming through. And it was just this, like, impasse. And I was like, no, I need to go. I need to go through this door. I need to go through this door. And you're in my way. And he said, nope. She needs you more than she needs me. Take care of her. And then I had the uncomfortable thing where I go back into my body, and I woke up just like, no! I just woke up, I mean, just fully, burst out of my bed, there's, just looking around, I was just looking around, and I was like, how can I scry to go to Maddie now? I don't know how to do that. How can I scry to go to Maddie now? And I just was like, I was just like, this is fucking crazy, 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 but, like, never stopped trying to fix it. I never stopped. Like, I went, what the fuck are you doing? You're a fucking psycho. Like, the whole fucking process, I just thought I was losing my fucking mind for real. Gone. That's it. No more Mindy. Because it was just, I mean, it was just nonsense. It was just nonsense. It would, like, nothing was making sense. Nothing was making sense. And I just fucking like watched. I was just like, well, oh my god, okay, you can't warn Lexi because that's fucking crazy, and you're just fucking crazy, so, just like, you're just fucking crazy, 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 instead of going to my best friend, calling her on the telephone, and telling her that her boyfriend was committing suicide, now! So what I did to try to, I don't know if it matters. I follow Maddie's socials, and I went to Maddie's socials, and I went to Maddie's Tumblr, and I was like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here that indicates anything. There's nothing here that indicates anything except that he's already lost. Like as lost as I am and still walking this earth, he's just this beautiful poet soul, oh my god, it was just like there's nothing here, there's nothing new here, nothing, there's nothing, I can't, oh god, I can't, I can't, gotta come back, we're telling a story, okay, so I was like, all right, I will just love Maddie. And I just looked at pictures of Maddie, and the more I looked at pictures of Maddie, the more he was looking back at me from the pictures. Whereas, I had never, felt, any kind of, impression from a photo of him. I saw the light in her coming through photos, and, he was just, I mean, I know that that's the sun for her. But suddenly he was the sun. Suddenly he was the sun. He was the sun. He was the sun. Suddenly he was the sun. Suddenly he was the sun. And I just looked at all the pictures of Maddie. And they just they just became too much. It just became too much. And I just was desperate to escape this reality that I was experiencing, and also just this can't be true. I'm just losing my mind. I'm just losing my mind. And I was just balled up on the floor, in my mind, and going through the motions of my day like, this isn't happening. Like, just completely in shock. Just completely in shock. And then when I heard from her, I still didn't like even know. I didn't want to scare her. I have such a history of scaring the shit out of my friends, like, and never seeing them again. You have no fucking idea. But, like, I didn't want to scare her. And I just was like, I was just, I mean, I was there with her. We were just on the phone, but I was there with her. I had thought that her love relationship and my love relationship had undergone that process of elimination where reality goes, one of these things is realer than the other, and so only one of these things can remain. And I accepted the loss of my relationship, like, at all, in any regard, because my much younger friend, with her first boyfriend, with what I intended, with what she had, with her Donnie, hers was real. That's why I lost mine. That's why Sean fell apart. That's why Sean no longer sees me. Because ours was an illusion. Ours was a spell. And hers was real. And so, the extent to which my world was rocked when Maddie ran off to the woods. When I went psychotic, and Sean decided from that psychotic break that I was just a crazy person and not the real deal. Psychotic break. I experienced watching The Nightmare Before Christmas and it being in black and white. There was no color. My room was fully lit with color. But The Nightmare Before Christmas was in black and white. And The Nightmare Before Christmas is not in black and white. And everything else I put on the TV was not in black and white. But The Nightmare Before Christmas was entirely in black and white. For me. And only me. And I flipped the fuck out about it. Naturally. So not even realizing that Maddie's plan was to go to the woods. When I went about my day going, Maddie is fine, Lexi is fine, everything's fine, you're just crazy, you're just crazy. I just play The Nightmare Before Christmas all day. And the day we lost, I couldn't find the color in The Nightmare Before Christmas again. And I knew. I knew. I knew. And I was so afraid of being crazy and losing my best friend that the world lost Maddie Long. Which is bullshit. And I was like, well, I can't let that happen again. No one even understood, like, why I needed so much consolation for something that happened to my friend on the internet. And, so I didn't get much. And, I instead became arms for her to run into. Which meant I hours before Maddie took his own life, he and I met face to face in a doorway, and he told me to take care of her. So I did that the best way that I knew how, and that was by building a world for both of us. And I had a reason for being on Tumblr, where I was very appreciated. But other than being there for her and maintaining my Tumblr, there was nothing else motivating me to take another breath. For years. I really wanted to beg her to come live with me when Sean left the 2-bedroom apartment. And she had just become so touch and go and distant. That it was like, well, if I ever want to pet the bunny again, I'm gonna have to just wait until the bunny comes back to me. And the bunny came back to me when the bunny needed me, and you know, we we were just both so devastated. Me by the loss of my, forever relationship, happiest, that I never thought I could be perfect life, and her, the exact same thing, just in very different ways. And we honestly, couldn't even figure out which of us was suffering more, because Sean's body, there's what should be Sean, but what filled it is gone. Something peeks out from time to time, and it tells me to wait, and it begs me, and it tells me it loves me, and it makes promises, and it is him. But the rest of the time, he's just abusing me. And I just keep thinking that, if Maddie, knew that there was a monster in him that couldn't handle full-time Lexi time, party day, slumber party forever, that he saved her from what I was going through. And I wanted to read the suicide letter, but I also didn't. And when I was there, and it was there, I just couldn't bring myself to, be like, let me see that thing there. I'm gonna read that now. I mean, in real life. When I'm, sitting there in the room, and she's like, yeah, I can get it. I was just I just didn't want to know. I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't know. It's just... Okay, but spending the week with my best friend, who had been my best friend on the internet for, 6 or 7 years at that point, even though it was after both of our lives had crumbled to shit, and we were, more suicidal than we had ever been before, and we were already suicidal, and miserable, even though we were, happy Pinkie Pie, we were also just, fuck everything, was, the best experience I've ever had in my life. Best slumber party, best visit, everything was just, absolutely perfectly normal. The energy level was, we just, fucking all fucking things to fucking happen, I didn't have the opportunity to be gosh, I could really use, a pick-me-up, let's just go take a break from, life is hard and just go, party with someone, she wasn't an escape from reality. She was just reality. And she was, just, for the first time, and I think the only time in my life, I, never felt awkward with her. I became really awkward around her friend, because that was cringe vibe, but, being with Lexi, meeting Lexi was just, the most natural experience in the world. And it was, fucking, weird, because, I don't travel. I didn't know how to do that, and I didn't really have help doing that, because, at this point, Sean was just, fucking, I'll drive you, And there's no one else in my life, helping me. So, I didn't know how to pack or plan or anything, and I, had way too much luggage. So much luggage. It was, what the fuck, are you moving in, And it was just oh my god. So I just, show up, and I'm I'm here with my ridiculous luggage, and it's just like, I can't believe this. This is just like this is so exciting. And like, then at the same time, like, I'm never like getting into a vibration where like it's like getting like really uncomfortable for her, I don't think, because like I'm enjoying life through the ruins of shit that I was left with, you know, like that's how I've been enjoying life. I just used to have, you know, a whole lot better thrown upon the shit, I guess. I don't know. I was a princess and I didn't feel like a princess anymore, except when I was with Lexi. And so we just had the best time, and it was just like really simple, you know, like I think it was a gas station. Like, oh my god, like her town would be so fun to just run around in with her, honestly, because like the less that there is like to do, like the more fun you can have, sort of. And like where I live is like, if you have money, there's a lot to do. Because it's a hub. It's like a hub of the nation. Like it is like the like new California. So where I live is like hectic, and where she lives is not hectic, and that was really nice. But just like a gas station like had shirts, and we were just like, oh, no, My Little Pony, darn, you know, like. like we're like pretending to even like fucking care about that, because it's like, are we even who we were anymore, you know? And just like at the exact same time we say the exact same thing in the exact same intonation, and it's just like home. And it was really hot, and I was like dying because I die in the heat. And I like walked the whole trip, everything we did. We went to like the dollar store. Dollar store? No, I don't. We went to a thrift store. The thrift store was excruciating because the carts screeching on the hanger was like, I sort of had a headache and was like, oh, this is a fine headache. I can like have the best time with this level of headache, and I know it. But I stepped into that store and it was like screech, screech, and my migraine just blew the fuck up to the point where I could barely function. And I just like remember sitting in McDonald's, and I like had to ask her friend to open the sauce for me because I was shaking too hard, like for like just my body just like does this. And she was just like, oh shit, you're like not even kidding, let me help you with that. And it was like, that's really cool. And I think that given time, like there would have been no problem, like, me entering, like, their friendship. Like, I'm not here to steal your friend. Like, I want to be friends with everybody. Like, the thing is, nobody wants to be friends with me because because they have I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't even know, like, what Whitney would have actually done if she, like, got to know me, because, like, she loved Lexi, like, wouldn't she love me just as much? And it's just, like, how can you, like, be upset about having two of your best friends? Like, I don't know, but, like, it was, like, oh my god, the cringe. And, and I, like, really wanted to like her, but, she was just not cool with sharing. Like, the same way that I, like, experienced, like, Sean being not cool with sharing me. And it was like, man, this is like, I've seen this, I've lived this, like, I know, like, I had my Whitney, so, like, because I hadn't said anything about Maddie, I did, like, give Lexi a heads up about, like, her friend and that friendship, and, like, I don't know that she took my advice, to heart, or like really did anything more than like, you really freaked me the fuck out with that. Like, I don't even like I love you and I know you, but like, you really freaked me the fuck out with that. Like, I'm scared of you for the first time. And the relationship ended up being like exactly what I said, and she was like, yeah, you were right. And I was like, yeah, I wished I wasn't, but I mean, I'm glad that you like I'm glad that you are okay. You know, I'm glad that you are okay. Because I've, like, gotten so, like, I mean, I was just, oh my god, like, I mean, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's worse, to be friends with a guy and, like, the guy only, you know, like, once in your pants, essentially. Like, he was interested in you, and he stuck around, and he put up with stuff, and, you know, he was only really around because, like, he wanted you for himself, you know? And, like, whether he told himself he was in love with you or he just wanted to bang you or conquer you or whatever he knew, like, I don't know if it's better for that to be your friendship or for it to be the snake in the grass that a bitch is, where I thought we were friends, like, I'm not homosexual, I, like, and I lose a friend. I lose a friend that, like I thought was a friend, you know, because, like, a girl just being, like, under that, like, agenda of, I just gotta get this girl. I just gotta get this girl. Like, a girl being like that is just, like, really fucked up to me. And it's really fucked up to me from, like, the perspective of a born female person, like, fully certain that that was the wrong gender and I was supposed to be a boy, and, like, male identified, masculine in energy and nature and demeanor, and, you know, like, I was one of the guys, so it was, like, gross when the guys did it, and it was, like, fucking evil when the girls did it. Because I've never, like, stayed in anybody's company because I wanted more from them than friendship. And that's, like, that's evil, you know? Like, as far as, like, I've fully, like, used people, like, if I didn't pick a friend, then my mom would just set me up on endless playdates with people I didn't have any interest in, like, that's all my life would be. And so, picking a friend, like, yeah, I definitely was like, well, I'm going to pick the friend who, like, has more money than we do, obviously, and, has, like, really good toys, obviously, and, like, who I am okay just, like, being at their house, like, basically alone when they, like, decide that they hate me and ignore me for hours, obviously. So, like, yeah, I have, like, totally, like, kept friends around for the wrong reasons, but, like, never the reason that there's, like, going to be a romantic relationship and I'm gonna get tail. Like, fucking, what is wrong with you? Like, don't be so basic. So, yeah, I don't know. It's also, like, really confusing to explain to a girl that you're, like, not homosexual when when you identify as a guy, but you're just like, I have a girl body, so, like, I gotta be okay with that or life is gonna suck. And you have a boyfriend, and, like, that's, like, a gay relationship, and, like, it's like I'm bi, but, like, it's, like, not like I'm bi. I don't know. Like, there's no label for it. There's never been a label for it, and I never bothered. Like, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. So, you know, like, the whole trans agenda is just, like, I give zero fucks. Like, I think if you're doing that, it's stupid, and, like, you're broken and you need to fix yourself. But that's not for me to decide. And, like, if what your soul needs to know how to fix itself is to, like, do the grass is greener thing, then, like, okay. But, you know, if anyone in my, like, personal circle of friends, like, I would fucking fight that tooth and nail. I would fight it tooth and fucking nail. I would not let that go down without a fight. Like, you do not want to do that fucking shit. That is fucking stupid, you know? And, but, like, the rest of people, like, that's not, like, hurting me. It's not, like, affecting me, like, at all. So, it doesn't matter. Except that everybody's now demanding an enforcement of labels, and that's problematic. I take great issue with us placing importance on labels and titles and ages and shapes and colors. That is so fucking preschool. Like, get with the fucking program, you know? Yeah. I don't know. So every time I, like, spin out and I'm like, well, Sean isn't here, this isn't, like, love isn't here, like, he's not here, he's not coming back, I'm never gonna see him again, he's just gonna abuse me, and I just need to get away from him. Like, I go back to just, like, that. I go back to that where I was like, okay, universe, I get you, I feel it, alright, cool. Like, I will be okay with this. Like, Sean will come back or he won't. Like, the love that I knew still exists in this world because Lexi has it. And so I'm okay. I'm okay with it. And, so I got, like, a really, like, rude awakening. I mean, like, literally a rude awakening. Waking up with, you know, the precognition that somebody was going to commit suicide, and then they did. And, so now I live with someone who talks about committing suicide, and just, like, it just looks for all the world like just like the relationship that I had already. Except for, like, a few things. And that's that for a duration of years, Sean did not have any substances in his system. No medication, no alcohol, no marijuana. And in that time, I saw him heal so much. But he just keeps going back to addictions. Sean has a very addictive personality. He needs, like, a new toy all the time, but he doesn't want things at all. He wants a new beverage, he wants a new food, he wants a new culture, he wants a new music, he wants, like, he wants something new all the time, but, like, doesn't even know who he is without all of those things. And the chemical addictions just, like, distract him from getting to learn who he is. So now sometimes I sit at home after he's left and I haven't heard from him for a while and he hasn't responded to my text and it's been, like, just uncomfortably long. And I just wonder, like, was Sean in Maddie and Sean body? Maddie body and Sean body? Was Sean in Maddie body and Sean body at the same time? Like, what? And I don't know. I mean, I would hope that my psychic ability that lets me, go just participate in the sexual transgressions of my boyfriends, and just, gives me a heads up, like last minute, only, I think only if I had immediately woken up and instead of getting online and starting the whole, Maddie spin out, I'm crazy thing, I just trusted who I am and what I know and what I experienced and called Lexi, everything would be absolutely completely different then. Everything would be completely different then. If I woke her up, though, I would have woken her up. I would have woken her up to the worst day of her life. Can you imagine being that phone call? Shit. Which, if I could go back and do it again, I would do it. I would be that phone call. And I would be like, you can hate me forever. Like, what I'm telling you right now, you can hate me forever. You can never talk to me again, but you've got to go run find Maddie now. You've got to go run find Maddie now. I don't know where he's going. I don't know what he's doing. So, holding the door, things are good with Sean when they're good with Sean. Things are not good with Sean when they're not good with Sean. And I'm learning how to not let him create maelstrom in my sea of tranquility. But that's very difficult. Oh my god, it's been the hardest fucking thing. I just had to put it away. And I'm barely coming back into the things that I love because of all the associations that I have from the life that I've lived. But every time it starts to go in my head, I just shut it the fuck down, and I just don't even know. I don't know. I'm sorry, baby. Which one of us is the sun and which one of us is the moon? If we're both of those things to one another, how do we even be in the same room? I hate Drop Dead Fred. I hate Drop Dead Fred. I hate Drop Dead Fred. That traumatized me. It 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 traumatized me. I don't know. I don't. Oh my god. I don't want to watch that movie. Nobody even remembers it. Like, nobody but Sean was ever, like, Drop Dead Fred. Yep. But, like, what does that mean? That boy saw everything. That boy saw everything. That boy saw everything. What does it mean? What does that mean? I'm getting caught up years later and I'm still just like, fucking dude, your parents really dropped the ball. No wonder you're a fucking mess. This is fucked up. Your childhood was fucked up. Like, I mean, we like have fully, had the conversation where like I was like actively abused and Sean was neglected, which was like a different kind of abuse, but like neither of us actually knew that like in the brain like neglect is the same thing as abuse. Like that it's the same trauma like degree. Neither of us like knew that. We were just like, I know I would not want like your life and just like I until today, that's why this is all happening. Until today, I like never wanted to trade places with Sean. Like not ever. Like not ever. Like nope. I would never want him to do a day of me. Like, he would not know. Oh my god, he would suddenly know. Like, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Like, for the first time ever, I had just the thought, just like the slightest little, like, I wish Sean could trade places with me. So he knew. So he could appreciate how amazing it is for him to have everything that he has. Like a working body and a mind that can make dinner, Like, I just want him to appreciate himself. And so for the first time ever in my whole life, and I've known Sean since 2005 and it's 2020, I was like, yeah, if we can trade places, we should do that. Because I would really like to take your body for a spin. And I think you could really learn a lot from taking my body for a spin. Because, like, sitting next to this is just, like, that's gotta be, like, the worst torment, Which is why I don't want to be, like, the cancer in my best friend's life, Like, I don't want to live with my best friend because I'm just a cancer. I'm just, like, a reminder that, like, you're gonna die. And, like, you think that you're gonna, like, live and grow old and, but, like, guess what? Like, it actually, like, your life can just, like, be, like, pretty much, like, done and pointless, like, at any point. So, I don't like being that reminder just to people of their own mortality. I don't like that I've lost my screwdriver on the floor that needs to be swept of guinea pig stuff and is going to be swept of guinea pig stuff by someone who doesn't care about losing, like, anything because there's just too much stuff. And, like, yeah, like, I know there's too much stuff, I've just, like, let go of, like, a U-Haul of stuff, and, that was, like, a huge, fucking, like, sacrifice, but, like, well, as long as you still have things, you have too much stuff. And it is, like, the most amazing contribution that Miranda made to my life when she was like, why do you feel bad for having things? Why are you apologizing for your things. Like, what is wrong with having things? And I was like, whoa. You don't think I'm a bad person because I have toys? But you don't have toys? Like, man, that is just like, one of those things that, like, that should have been really good and, like, never got off of the ground. Because she, like, never wears color, like, whatsoever. And, like, I could absolutely, like, bleach her hair for her. And, like, we could have, like, a friendship, but, like, both of us are just too fucking broken, I guess. I don't know. It was like really, it was really something. It was really something, but it's now nothing. She found a guy. And everybody finds a guy, you know, every girl. That's the problem with like making a friendship with a girl, is that in my experience, in my storied experience, you have a girlfriend right up until your girlfriend gets a boyfriend, and then you don't exist to her. So, like, it's actually harder to be friends with girls than it is to be friends with guys, because, like, a guy doesn't stop being your friend because he has a girlfriend, you know? Like, unless the girlfriend is like, you can't be her friend, you know? Like, a guy doesn't stop being my friend because he gets a girlfriend. Like, I can know a guy, and he can have, like, multiple girlfriends, and the friendship doesn't just, like, vanish, you know? Like, so that's a shortcoming of women. But I fully appreciate that there are those among us in the women population that need to be taken care of and, like, can't take care of ourselves. And, you know, like, life broke us. Life broke us. Like, I'm sorry it happened. I wish it hadn't. But life fucking broke me. And I do need someone to take care of me, unfortunately. And men who get sex in exchange for, you know, that care are, like, the only ones who are, you know, like, lining up at the door, and I'm, you know, like, refusing that life, like, so fucking hard, like, you have no idea, because, like, if I wanted to do that, like, I have, you know, I mean, I would be set. I mean, just fucking set. Like, if I wanted a daddy, dude, oh my god, like, the shit I have refused because I will not sell myself for sex. Is, you know, like, you wouldn't even fucking believe. But, I feel like I've exhausted myself. Like, at least, like, my brain won't just, like, play with this puzzle of whatever, you know, like, I'm not sure now all that I've said, and if there's anything new to me, like, there might be some realization, because this is the most together I've ever been in processing the trauma of my best friend's boyfriend's suicide. And, like, I'm really proud of me. I'm really proud of me. Okay, well, love and light. Bye-bye.